Hey friends, my name is Jen and I love cookies. Today I am going to be rating another cookie from the Pinckney Cookie Cafe, which so far has had very high ratings. This one is a Snickerdoodle, and this one is not a miracle cookie, so it is neither vegan nor gluten-free, but I am trusting that it should be delicious. So I'm just gonna jump right in. So one thing that I have noticed about Pinckney Cookie Cafe is that their cookies are inconsistently sized. So this one is, I think, the largest of the cookies that I've had from them so far. The two I already rated were an oatmeal raisin one and then a miracle apple pie. The apple pie one was vegan and gluten-free. It was delicious. So yeah, this one's the largest. It smells very cinnamony. I just noticed cinnamony. I just noticed as I tilted it toward myself. And it's also got some really interesting, so like, I don't know if you can tell, you kind of can. The inside is like caved in a little. There's like a valley in the center of this cookie, which fascinates me. But anyway, I'm very hungry and this smells really good, so I am just going to start eating it. It's kind of airy, almost like fluffy-like, which is interesting. So the outside has a nice crisp to it. I want to be careful with the word crisp because it's not crunchy, but there's a nice crisp to it. And the inside is just very fluffy, which is what I just said. I don't know if I'll show you the center when I get a few more bites in. But it's a really light cookie overall. It's not dense at all. This definitely is what I would consider a more standard Snickerdoodle, meaning it's a sugar cookie that has been rolled in cinnamon and sugar. It is definitely heavy on the cinnamon, which I really like, but if you are not really into cinnamon, that could be a thing for you to consider. You can even see, I mean, when I showed you the top, there's a lot of cinnamon on this cookie. The very, very center of it is a bit gooey. So I think we've got the crisp on the outside and then airiness through like most of this area. And then the very center is a little bit gooey. I don't know if you can see it a little bit darker in the center there. Yeah, okay. I think this reminds me of Mrs. Fields cookies, which I loved. Growing up, we used to have one in our mall, and every time we went to the mall, I wanted to get cookies. I haven't had one since I was like 7 or 8, so I could be wrong, but this is calling up my memories of Mrs. Fields, Snickerdoodle and sugar cookies. So one thing that I think is interesting about Pinckney Cookie Cafe is that I don't think they have any like signature thing. So when I think about like Cookie Society, her cookies have all been really the same texture, or what's another one? Gooey on the inside. They were like massive and gooey on the inside. Or like cookie. They all used brown butter and were squares, and so there's something that ties them all together. Whereas I feel like Pinckney Cookie Cafe, I've had 3 very different cookies, and all 3 of them have been good. It's like the owner, which I don't know his name, but he is like a master of many types of cookies. He doesn't have like a signature thing. So this cookie, despite being very light and fluffy for most of it, is surprisingly filling, which is great because I was very hungry and it is not dinner time yet. But I'm impressed. There's so many contradictory things going on with this cookie. It's crisp on the outside, fluffy in the middle inside, lightly gooey in the inside. Somehow light but also filling. And very cinnamony. That is my description of this Snickerdoodle cookie. So I think that may have been the first Snickerdoodle cookie I've rated that was just a traditional Snickerdoodle, which is a sugar cookie rolled in cinnamon and sugar. The sugar cookie base, I think was a little bit crispier on the outside than I would have liked, but not a lot, so just a little bit. And I appreciated the varying textures that were going on the inside throughout it. It was definitely sweet. It's rolled in sugar, but not overwhelmingly so. I don't think it was about what I would expect eating a Snickerdoodle cookie. It was definitely heavy on the cinnamon compared to your average Snickerdoodle, and I think that was a huge plus. So I'm a fan of that. And again, I'm really impressed how full I feel, considering how hungry I was before, and the fact that I just ate a cookie. So it's definitely good. I would say not the greatest Snickerdoodle cookie I've ever had, but definitely a really good Snickerdoodle cookie. So overall, I do feel like I'm getting a little bit stricter. The more cookies I eat, like, the harder it is gonna be to get a higher rating. But I think I'm gonna go with a 7.3. Close. 7.3. All right, so that was a Snickerdoodle from Pinckney Cookie Cafe. That is a Seattle Black-owned business, but you can also order their cookies online. And of course, I will put the link below in the description. I have rated 3 of the 4 flavors that I ordered from them. The only one I have left is actually one of their signature flavors, so I'm looking forward to rating their brown butter, brown sugar, bourbon spice cookie at some point in the future. But yeah, overall definitely satisfied with Pinckney Cookie Cafe. If you like watching me talk about cookies, please like, comment, and or subscribe below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and eat more cookies.